Hi guys, so today is day 4 of the circuit breaker, and it's also my third video. Today a bit late posting this video or filming this video because my younger son just took his afternoon nap. So whenever he takes his afternoon nap, then we can have some time on our own to do some work, because everybody's stuck at home, isn't it? So dress up, show up, and keep practicing. Eventually I will get better. And if you all have something that you all like to do at home or work related, you should go and practice. Keep practicing, and eventually we all get better and better at what we do. Okay, so today's video, follow up from yesterday. I want to share a little bit more on why I've decided to buy a private property and why I do it now, right before the circuit breaker. Why did I buy during the pandemic, and why did I choose private property as well? I think off the top of my mind, there are some pros in doing that. Because maybe I just want to share a little bit more about this as well. First, I think to me is over the years, everybody saves some money, and I also save a little bit of money. This money, if you put it into the bank, it's probably not going to grow a lot for you lah, regardless if it's a fixed deposit or savings account. So one of the reasons why private property to me is to hedge against inflation, yeah. So our things are getting more and more expensive. When we were young, bowl of noodles in school cost us 50 cents, cost me 50 cents. Today a bowl of noodles is probably $3.50, $4, yeah, even more in shopping malls. So as our money gets smaller and smaller because we are paying more and more for our food, putting it in the bank, under your pillow, inside a box, all this is not going to work well for us when we are retired. Okay, when we are 65 and above, right, then we will have a lot of problems, because a bowl of noodles when we are 65, when I am 65, a bowl of noodles, did some calculation before, is probably going to be $7. Okay, so your savings, is it growing as much as the food prices, basic necessities? Ask yourself this question. Okay, second thing, I think I feel like stocks and shares and investing to me is very dangerous, because I am not educated in that, and I feel like it's like a little bit of a gambling lah. But of course, the wins can be very big. The losses can be very big too. So to me, I think the stock market is very volatile and very liquid. The second pro of buying a private property is that there is a good chance that this private property in time to come, maybe 30 years, 35 years, 40 years, there is a chance for it to en bloc, so which is a collective sale lah. So in 2017, 2018 period, you will see that a lot of private condos or HUDC apartments get en bloc. Notably some called Tampines Court, yeah, Florence Regency, all these places got collective sold to private developers in the past 2 years, 3 years, yeah. So I think you've read in the news, right? A lot of them got a big windfall, right? 1.5 million, 2 million. The one at Marymount, which is now Jadescape, which is called, I think, Shunfu View, right? Shunfu View. Those guys got a couple of million, of cash, So I'm thinking, okay, so if today I buy a private property, if it matures into 25 years, 30 years later, then will I be able to see an en bloc and get a windfall from there? To me, personally, I think the chance is yes, there's a good chance that I'll be able to enjoy that windfall in that long-term time frame. Yeah. Third pro, I think I entered at this timing because I felt like it was the right suitable entry price for me. So just for example, I bought this development in near Newton MRT. So if you compare it against comparable developments, new launches, new ones, of course I bought a new one and then I have to compare against new. it's no point for me buying new and then compare it against a resale apartment, because that would be a different land price altogether. So private new developments now around Newton area can go for about 2,700, 2,800, 2,900 PSF. So close to 3K PSF already. But just imagine I got my unit at 2,200 PSF. Can I say that my investment or my entry price is of the least risk? So I focus on least risk, lowest risk possible, enter the market at that time. Then you don't feel so stressed lah. You don't feel so stressful when you enter into this market. Wow, I bought so high, am I worried or not? No, I entered in the almost the lowest price PSF possible in that district or in that area. So to me, every night I can sleep well, soundly, safe, knowing that my hard-earned money will not disappear lah overnight. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Then now comes to the cons of buying private property. I think all of us are worried about affordability, about installment, all that. It's very valid, it's very valid. So one of the cons of buying private property, I think, is because it's expensive based on the PSF per square foot. So if you are able to afford, then do your sums properly and then jump in. If you think, hey, it's going to be tough for me, hey, I am high risk of losing my job, my business is going to be gone over this pandemic, then probably you want to reevaluate your options. Yeah, so you can, of course, you can speak to me lah. I'll be able to give you some of my sincere honest opinion. Okay. One of the cons as well for private property is you have to pay for maintenance fees, right? For condominiums or apartments. Paying for maintenance fees can be quite a bit of money every month. 200, 300, some places would cost $500 a month for maintenance. But I usually want to think of it another way as well. So for example, my family, we have 2 cars. If you pay for season parking in HDB estates, you're paying about $110 for 1 month. Yeah, so if I took 2 cars, 220 already. Then I pay for the service and conservancy charge, $50 or $70, so $60 for example. So 220 plus 60 is $280 already. Am I paying as much as some condominiums maintenance fees? I think I am, so I think I am. So again, depending on your family situation, the dynamics, right, then the advice I'll give to my clients or myself would be different. So everybody is different, and we need to be able to understand the needs of every single family. Okay. Now having said that, say so much already. If today you say, hey, affordability wise, I will not buy private property, then okay, it's fine. Let's look at HDB, but resale HDB, there are many towns, many type of sizes, and they're all around Singapore. The question I always want you all to think about, or my clients to think about is, hey, if I really choose to buy a resale HDB, will I end up like Edison, lose 70,000-80,000 dollars versus the purchase price? Yeah, that's something that you need to worry about. Number 2 is, my hard-earned money, my CPF, ordinary account savings, right? If I put it into a depreciating asset like HDB, then what will happen? Yeah, so probably in my next session, I want to talk a little bit more about CPF accrued interest. So if you have $100,000, $200,000 of CPF accrued interest, if you have 200,000 of CPF ordinary account, you put into a HDB flat, there will be accrued interest rolling over the years. Okay, so we'll talk about that tomorrow, CPF accrued interest, because it can make or break your HDB purchase decision. Okay, so we'll talk about HDB. We'll talk about CPF accrued interest tomorrow. Okay, so stay healthy. See you tomorrow, and hope you all, if you all like the videos, you all learn something from it. Maybe you share it with your friends or family. Yeah, and yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, everybody stay at home. Okay, bye.